Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Guile here, and welcome back to the Forged Alliance Forever promotional series. It's Average Joe's Day today here at Guilecast. Very exciting stuff. First of all, it's been a while since I've done it, so I know you forgive me, and it's the reason why I'm here. Guys, hello and welcome to my newest subscribers. Fantastic to have you on board. Hope you enjoy the show. And if you like what you see, guys, but you're not 100% sure what it is you're actually looking at, the game is Supreme Commander Forged Alliance, not, I repeat, not Supreme Commander 2. It's available on Steam for £10 or $15 or whatever the equivalent is in your local currency, and all you need to do to come play with us over here at FAF is once you have the game installed, it doesn't matter if you have a retail copy or the Steam copy, once you have that installed, just download the Forged Alliance Forever multiplayer client. You can find a link to that in the description below this and all my other videos. What will that allow you to do? Well, it will allow you to come chat with us, play with us, browse our replay vaults, our mob vaults, our map vaults, get involved in tournaments, and hang out with one of the coolest and oldest internet communities still kicking in the RTS genre. Alright, that's enough of that. On with today's game. As we said, it's going to be an Average Joe's, and that Average Joe's is going to take place on Canis 5v5 Special Edition Fixed Hydro. How very exotic. I'm ready, you guys are ready, and the players are ready. So let's go on over to the game zone and see how these guys are going to get on. Gosh, that's a mouthful to get through. There we go. There we go. We can roll off with today's game. So, of course, as being Canis, as usual, the team at the bottom will be incorrectly labelled as Team 1, and the team at the top there incorrectly labelled as Team 2. Going first for Team 1. In fact, we're going to pause it. Should have had this done already. And it's amazing. I'm astonishing to say, but I have played the odd game of FA, and so as a result I've had to adjust my zoom wheel sensitivity there, but we can roll on with things. So this is Team 1 down here, and going first for Team 1 at the bottom right, we have someone called Great Distortion. He's going Cyanide Scion, going Aeon, opening first land. Team member number 2 for Team 1 up here to his northwest, it's Media Craze, or Medicraze rather I should say, in Baby Blue, also going Aeon, opening first land. Team member number 3 down here also going Aeon. We have the Beej. He's going Elephantine Grey, opening first land, going second air there. Up here we have team member number 4, none other than Code Pants, breaking with tradition for Team 1. He's going to go Seraphim in Regal Purple, opening, in fact just going land all day, opening first, second and third land there. And last but not least, also going Seraphim, we have Total Tuner, and he's going Hallyborange Orange, opening first land. So 3 Aeon, 2 Seraphim there for Team 1. Could you get much more floaty, naughty, naughty? I suggest probably not. Up here to Team 2, we have a Cannabis. I see what you did there. Very nicely done indeed. He's misclicked and gone Cybrin in Combat Green, open first land. Gonna go second land there, and then third air. Team member number 2 over here, he's going Aeon in Electric Blue. It's Black Wolf. He's open first land, going second air. Next up, already on the move, passing Black Wolf's base there, we can see it's K240 in Pontiff White. He's chosen Aeon for his race today and is opening first air. Team member number 4, he's left his base. Where has he gone? Well, he's way down here approaching the river. It's Smurf Hunter. He's going to go Cybrin in Ferrari Red, and he's opened first land. Going to go second land there as well, because why not? And finally, a UEF. He's gone, but not forgotten. Down here, it's Lord Tyrannus, and he is going Lime, or Lurid Green UEF, and what did he open? He opened first and second land, and also going pretty much land all day. Game quality for this one at 93%, so this is what we consider here at Guilecast to be a balanced game. Very exciting stuff. Of course, Average Joe's, pretty high level Average Joe's as far as things work out. A couple of pros in there, 1500 K240 and the Black Wolf, both of which on the same team, but obviously it evens out in the end. But everyone else just couple of hundred off the pro level designation there. Seeing some air units out, mostly scout planes hovering about the map, both for Team 1 and Team 2. We do have the Beej doing a bit of harassment up here with a T1 bomber. He's managed to pick off It's not actually an NG, is it? Yeah, that is an NG. Looks like a UEF engineer that's fallen foul, and there goes another one. So Tyrannus is going to have his expansion out to that plateau at the top right hampered. In fact, he's coming back now to that very position with his ACU, so it's going to be down to the ACU to get that plateau construction underway. Lots of Selens out down here for Total Tuner. He doesn't want anything sneaking up on him via the left-hand side of the map. Beach loses his bomber there to K240's interceptor hovering up at that portion of the map, but he managed to pick off a couple of engineers, so it definitely paid for itself. Would have slowed up the expansion nicely there for Tyrannus. He'll be happy with that. We're only just starting to see the ACUs for Team 1 moving out of the base now. In fact, a few of them still in there. Kopant's getting an upgrade on his commander there, and we're seeing some nice teamwork going on, a little bit of energy transfer there from Medicraze going over to Codepants to help him with that upgrade. Conversely, we've got 3 ACUs pretty much in the middle of the map, or approaching it, there for Smurf Hunter, the Black Wolf, and K240. Smurf Hunter getting an upgrade on his commander. That's about 60% complete or so. Now we're seeing some more bomber pressure. This time it's out from a Cannabis, and he did manage to kill something by the sounds of it, but he's going to get shot down over the top of that pointy rock in the center. Some good defensive work there from the Beej. I wonder what the Beej actually refers to. Must be a reference to something. Cannabis out here on the far western edge of the map. He's going to be throwing down a few land factories in what is a relatively consistent position for someone on that side of things. Generally, you want to throw down some factories at that portion of the map, just as we're seeing Great Distortion do on the other side of things. 3 of those queued up as well, all very consistent and no major surprises as yet. Seeing quite a lot of T1 pressure, and of course these guys, all of which have some floaty units at their disposal. You've got the Auroras, you've got Zuis, and all that jazz, so they're going to be able to traverse backwards and forwards across the river at their whim. And the first few exchanges now kicking off between these two forces. Smurf Hunter completed the first upgrade, which is the gun upgrade, and is advanced slightly before throwing down another one on that commander, and he's got himself in a good defensive position to pick off a few of these units there from Code Pants and Medicraze as they interact with some of the Black Wolf's ground forces. But lots of pressure up front now. K240 and the Black Wolf rolling down for Team 2, and K240 is going to run headfirst into a T1 PD, which has recently been constructed there for Code Pants. That's going to be enough to persuade him to back up slightly, and suddenly, out of nowhere, Black Wolf and K240 find themselves pretty light on the ground in terms of forces. There's just so much spam heading up the river now from Code Pants and Medicraze. We are starting to see some reinforcements roll in for the Black Wolf, but it's not an awful lot, just 5 or 6 Auroras, and they're quickly dealt with by Code Pants, who's also got the gun upgrade on board that ACU. Just 7 minutes gone in this one now, and there's just about 1,000 mass harvested between these two teams in favor of Team 1, so still looking pretty close. But the early ground that's been gained by the initial ACU push there from Team 2 has subsequently been lost. A lot of pressure now moving in the other direction from Code Pants and from Medicraze. And also it seems like there's some movement on this side of things from Great Distortion. He's getting an upgrade on his commander, but I don't think they're going to get past that wall of strikers that Tyrannus has in place in front of that northeastern plateau. So now Cannabis has recognized the danger. He's pulled some of his units away from the far edge of the map to try and contend with this push from Code Pants and Medicraze. Code Pants really leading the charge here with that upgraded ACU. He's got 20 kills on board already, and you look at what he's managed to achieve with Medicraze. They were back here just a minute or two ago, and that's a lot of extra territory and more or less an unceased, unstopped push that's really afforded Team 1 some well-needed territory in the last minute or so. K240's going to help the Black Wolf get an upgrade on his commander. Kopant's continuing to push forward, and there's a lot of T1 units on the ground here now. Take a look at just how many Auroras are in this part of the map. We've got 68 Auroras heading this way there from Medicraze alone. Kopant's focusing on Zeus, has 59, and you throw in Total Tuner into the mix as well. He's also focusing on Zeus. He's got 48, so really about 160 odd units heading up towards Team 2's part of the map. And already their front line is just buckling. T2 mass extractors up front now for K240 are starting to fall. Another one's about to go down, and that is really going to hurt K240. K240 has upgraded his air to T2, has one Spectre in the skies overhead trying to contend with the Thams, and the Zeus rolling in there from Total Tuner. And now we're seeing Great Distortion in the east on the move as well. It does seem that Tyrannus has got a decent amount of units to help him defend this area. He's also getting some more T2 point defense online. I don't think Great Distortion is going to be able to break that position with what he has as yet. But K240 in the water, back at the main base with 7,700 hit points remaining. And now it would seem that the Black Wolf's base could be coming under pressure. Tech 2 core mechs is in danger of being destroyed, and also Medicraze now reaching up around the back to assault a Cannabis's position. Corner T2 mechs very likely to fall, and he's got one hoplite in the base on the ground and not much else to stop that horde of Auroras that are now rolling across the river. This is looking spectacularly bad now for Team 2. Cannabis in a precarious situation as well, deep into the red and facing lots of Zui spam and fire coming over the top of that hillock, down to 1,300 hit points. He is going to lose his forward position. He cannot hang around with that ACU to defend it. Auroras, meanwhile, for Medicraze have reached the back of a Cannabis's base and are now working on that T2 land factory headquarters and also the core mass that we spoke about earlier. Cannabis is out on around 900 hit points. He's still withdrawing, but fortunately for him, the forces of Total Tuner there and Medicraze are going to stop and go to work on his buildings. He will keep his ACU for a little while longer. How long, though, remains to be seen. Another Spectre in the skies there for K240, trying to whittle down the forces of Medicraze as they go to proverbial town on what's left of Cannabis's main base. The Black Wolf has lost 3 mass extractors, meanwhile, in his main base, and now Total Tuner has made his way all the way up here and is starting to throw together T1 PD and T1 anti-air. This is looking incredibly bad. Code Pants just a stone's throw away as well, although he's taken a little bit of extra damage on around 6,600. And the Great Distortion's push was stalled as we expected it to be, but instead he's going to funnel the rest of his forces in to the main bases from the east. Tyrannus responds by throwing up some T1 point defense as quickly as he can. Cannabis making a run for the river, looking a tiny bit healthier than he did just a moment ago, but still in the red on 2,500 hit points. Total Tuner and Copants assaulting the Black Wolf's main base. The Black Wolf completing an upgrade there, getting the full sniper comm online. Does have some T2 PD, 3 T2 point defenses online, and that should be enough to prevent this incursion from full success. These 3 land factories surely going to succumb to all that T2 point defense. But would you look at the unending stream of spam that is coming up now from Team 1. This is a very unusual way to play Canis. You almost never see this. In fact, I'm not sure I have ever seen mass T1 spam on Canis, certainly not in a game that was castable. But you can't help but say it has been successful. Whether it would be successful at a higher tier of play rather than a Joe's game, I'm not so sure. Generally, there's enough mass on Canis for you to be able to upgrade quickly enough to deny this sort of things, or at least I expect that to be the case. I'd like to see some more pro teams try this out. Lots and lots of Spectres now accumulated for K240. Doing a good job of taking out a second push now from Medicraze, who's looking to continue to make life miserable for Cannabis. Smurf Hunter out front with the Black Wolf, trying to deny as many of these Zoes and Auroras that are rolling in. Another large push from Medicraze, and this time the first push that we saw from Great Distortion seems to have done most of the work needed to get rid of the build capacity up front. There's no point defense being built up here. Point defense being built back here by the build capacity, but a Harbinger in the back for Great Distortion is getting the job done. Tyrannus' main base is getting absolutely pummeled. Medicraze could do without rolling into range of the T1 PDs, though. I suppose he's taking fire from bricks back here as well. Code Pants saying them distract while my ACU goes nano. Where is his ACU? Well, it's down here, so he's looking to go full Rambo com. Has the gun upgrade on board already, of course. Total Tuner right up against K240's ACU, and has the TAC missile upgrade on board. When did he get that? That must have been pretty recent. He's going to use that to look at that ground target K240's com. He's going to have to cancel that upgrade. Another TAC missile away, and K240 moves in the nick of time. In come Spectres now for K240, and Total Tuner needs to try and get his commander underwater. Just about manages it. Total Tuner down into the red, 3,500 hit points. K240 starts a T1 torpedo launcher. Just fluctuating in and out of the red now is Total Tuner. He's got another TAC missile loaded and ready to go, but he's vitally important he gets enough hit points on board to survive any comm explosion from K240. A little bit of extra distance wouldn't hurt either. In come the interceptors there from the bead, but he gets another TAC missile away, and there goes K240, the first ejection from this game at 15.5 minutes. What a lovely little bit of play there from Total Tuner, who survives his opposition numbers explosion with about 1,700 hit points. The Black Wolf ducks back out of the water for the moment, but Total Tuner very low on hit points, and a Cannabis rolling in now has constructed a T1 torpedo launcher. Total Tuner may have bitten off more than he could chew, down to around 1,000 hit points. The Black Wolf trying to get a torpedo launcher online as well. Looks like Total Tuner frantically trying to withdraw. Meanwhile, in come Harbingers from the east there from Great Distortion, and as suspected, Total Tuner did not make it out to safety, and he will be the first ejection there from Team 1, but they will be happy with the exchange. The amount of pressure, it shouldn't be too difficult there for Code Pants and indeed the bead to expand out and take those mass points, being as all of the military presence up here for Team 1 completely cuts off any approach there from, well, frankly, the surviving members with any punch there for Team 2. Black Wolf contending with enough spam from Code Pants, from Medicraze, and the Great Distortion, who's now rolling in with Tech 3 units to boot. Tyrannus still operational, is rolling back towards the main base now. He's upgraded to Tech 3 as well. Has a couple of Titans online over in the center. But what an exhilarating opening 17 minutes this has been. The sheer amount of spam pressure coming up that river. Code Pants, meanwhile, has completed his nano upgrade. That is suddenly a significantly more chunky commander there. 21,000 hit points at full health, and now he sets his sights on Smurf Hunter's ACU, who is withdrawing as quickly as he can. A lot of support coming up there from Medicraze as well. We do have a Tech 2 PD back here, but I think Code Pants could pick off another ACU here. Smurf Hunter into the yellow, 7,000 hit points and withdrawing. An overcharge deals with the brick that was already pretty badly damaged. So much early pressure, it hurts the back of my eyes. Smurf Hunter trying to get a T2 P-Gen online, but that will be denied. And really, it looks like this game is now moving beyond the point of no return for Team 2. Smurf Hunter rolls out. Must be pretty certain now he's not going to make it. Overcharge deals with the brick just as another one rolls out of the gate. Smurf Hunter into the red, but passes almost out of range. Tyrannus now coming in to assist, but will it be too little too late? A couple of really annoying little thistles getting in the way there from Medicraze, getting some good blocks on Smurf Hunter's position. In comes a strap bomber there from the beach. A little bit of camera fail there on behalf of the caster, missed the salient bit of action. But now Code Pants finds himself isolated. A little bit of pressure is lifted as the rest of Smurf Hunter's base and units goes pop. All Code Pants really has to do is roll out to the northeast near Great Distortion, who's just taken down Tyrannus, and he will be in range of these Harbingers coming in from the east. Another strap bomb out there from the beach, going after Cannabis's ACU. The Black Wolf doing everything he can to try and take down Code Pants. Of course, his regen is not going to be anywhere near the 94 hit points a second that's rolling back on to the armor of the Seraphim commander with that nano upgrade. They both are actually into the red though, so it could be close. Black Wolf is going to go down though, and Code Pants will survive with 2,000 hit points left. And there goes Cannabis as well, almost at the same time to the Great Distortion. A little desync after the game is over, but we won't worry about that. What a fantastically unusual Canis match that was, full of pressure right from the outset. Just 20 minutes and all of Team 2 dispatched in pretty comfortable fashion. We did lose Total Tuner, of course, and anybody else? 1, 2, 3, 4. So just one exit there for Team 2, but very comfortable indeed. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Don't forget to keep those replays coming in. As always, more to come from me in the future. Of course, if you feel so inclined, guys, you can support me on Patreon. But in the meantime, until next time, stay well and stay safe. This is Guile, signing out.